Hi everyone, I'm Pastor Tommy Hilliker, and welcome to your Daring Faith Insider Update here at SALT. As you know, Daring Faith is our church's 3-year mission to accomplish 5 faith goals: fill God's house, assist the needy, interconnect through technologies, train members, and help take the good news to the unreached people all around the world. This month, we've taken some big steps to fill our H initiative and helping reach the 3,000 tribes here on earth. The final frontier project of our global peace plan is well underway. Let's hear from Pastors David Sean and Mike Constance on what God is doing in Rwanda and all around the world.
Hello, my name is David Sean, and I'm the Chief of Staff here at Saddleback Church, and I also oversee all of our global purpose-driven training around the world. Standing next to me is Mike.
Awesome. So tell us where you've been lately.
Well, Mike, I've been wherever you've been.
Okay, so where have we been?
We have been to China. We've been to India.
How many cities in India?
About 5 cities in India.
5.
We have been to Latin America,
Philippines,
Australia, and
Mexico,
and
Middle East. Okay, yeah.
And Texas.
Yes, we have been to Texas.
All total, I think we've racked up about 75,000 miles.
But what's it feel like?
I'm tired.
So what's been the greatest challenge in all
The
of
greatest challenge, Mike, has been responding to the overwhelming desire and the overwhelming demand for the global peace plan and purpose-driven training around the world.
Yeah. And the exciting thing is all part of the H part of the Daring Faith goals, which is helping get to all the peoples that don't have a Bible, a believer, a body of Christ. There's still 3,000. And our church has taken on a lead role in helping other churches get involved in that. So it's been a very exciting time to see the groundswell of that beginning to happen.
Absolutely. One of the next big efforts that we're taking on is our Continental Initiative in Africa. In fact, just next week, we'll be in Kigali, Rwanda, gathering up with another 100 leaders from all over Africa and the United States to take on the peace plan. Just like we did in Rwanda, we've got 17 other churches that are willing to take on that same role throughout Africa.
There's been really an exciting initiative with the church out of Chicago, Parkview, that said, we'll take on the country of Malawi the way that you took on Rwanda, and they got started in January. Yeah. And they're launching out, and we're trying to get the other 17 countries started this year before even the All Africa Congress comes next year.
If you've been at Saddleback Church for any length of time, you're aware of our 5 purposes if you've been around the bases, and you can help other church members and other churches learn about the purposes. In fact, I would encourage you to come and get some training so that you can go out and train other churches how to be healthy and be purpose-driven.
And there's a lot of that they can even do locally.
That's
There's
right.
churches that are saying we want to learn how to be healthy and grow and develop and have our own mission and go to the field and do what peace does around the world.
So if God has been moving in your heart to get involved here at Saddleback Church and you want to have a global ministry, get a hold of Mike.
Or Dave.
Well, as you can see, our staff and volunteers are traveling all around the world. We would love to ask you to keep our staff and these churches and volunteers at the forefront of your prayers as they commit to a long-term partnership to plant churches where none have ever existed. Clearly, God is strengthening our relationship in Rwanda and helping them to become a purpose-driven nation. This past week, our very own pastor of missions, Andrew Lasso, was the keynote speaker at the 14th annual Rwanda Prayer Banquet in Washington, D.C. There, he took center stage with the Rwandan delegates and distinguished guests, including the ambassador of Rwanda, and together they prayed that the country would be empowered and transformed by God. You know, to date, nearly 2,000 of you have traveled to Rwanda in this massive effort to mobilize millions of Christians to combat the global giants. This movement to make Rwanda the first purpose-driven nation and the model of the peace plan is far, far from over. We still need global leaders like you with constant prayer and your sacrificial giving to accomplish this daring faith mission. Now hold on, I've got one more thing I want to share with you, but I don't want to share it with you, I want to show you. So come on, I want to take you on a little trip. Okay, we're here. I'm at the Lake Forest campus to talk to you about these portables. For the past 20 years, you have walked by these portables, and you might have been wondering, what happens in there? Some of you might know. These portables for years have been used to advance many of our ministries here at the church. In fact, last year alone, over 5,000 ministries happened in these buildings. Everything from counseling to support groups to our HIV/AIDS initiative to our orphan care are just to name a few of the ministries that have happened here. But it's time for these buildings to come down, and part of your Daring Faith dollars is to help us build our Global Leadership Training Center. So at the end of this month, these portables are coming down to make room for that Leadership Training Center. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for what you have given and your heart for our Daring Faith goals. Because of your generosity, this is being made possible. So I want to say, I've always wanted to do this. I'm going to put the first hole in here, and I want you to know, Pastor Rick, this one's for you.